Once upon a time, in a small village, there lived an old lady. She was very old lady with a silver hair and a face full of wrinkles, but her eyes were bright and full of kindness. Everyone in the village loved her because she always happy even when life hard. She lived alone in a little house near the big banyan tree. She had no children and her husband had passed away many years ago. But she never complained. She would sit under the tree, talk to people, and always smile. In the village, people worked hard. Some were farmers, some were carpenter, and other worked in the small market. Sometimes the rain did not come and the crops dried up. Sometimes people got sick and couldn't work. Life was not easy, and many villagers were often sad or worried. One day, a young woman named Radha came to her. Radha was crying, and her face was full of worry. She said, I don't know what to do. My husband has gone to the city not to find work and sent many children. My children hungry and I'm scared. The old lady looked at Radha and smiled softly. Sit down, my child, she said. Tell me, what do you think will happen? Radha ripped her tears and said, I don't know. I feel like bad things will happen. What if my husband cannot find work? What if he forget about us? The old lady shook her head gently. Radha, when we think bad thoughts, we feel worse. But if we think good thoughts, we feel better. And sometimes good things happen. Radha asked, but how can I think good thoughts when everything is so bad? See, she smiled again and said, let me tell you a story. Radha, look at her curious. The old lady began. Once there was a poor man who had nothing. He had no food, no money, and no family. He sat by the river crying. An old woman came to him and asked, why are you crying? The man said, I have nothing. How can I be happy? The old man smiled and said, you have the river, you have the trees, you have the sun. Look around you. There is beauty and life everywhere. If you think about what you don't have, you always be sad. But if you think about what you do have, you will find peace. The man listened and slowly stopped crying. He started see the good things around him, and from that day his life began to change. The old lady looked at Radha and said, you see, my dear, the man's life did not change because of magic. It changed because he changed his thinking. When we think positive our heart, we feel lighter and we can face problem better. Radha thought about the story and said, will my thinking really change my life? She smiled gently and said, yes, if you wake up every morning and tell yourself, today will be a good day, you will find the strength to work, to care for your children, and wait for your husband with hope. If you only think about what might go wrong, you will feel sad and weak. Rather nodded. Slowly, I understand. I will try to think good thoughts from now. That's the best steps, my child, she said. Radha left old lady's house with a lighter heart. Every day she remembered her words. She woke up and said to herself, today will be a good day. Today will be a good day. She work hard, took care of her children, pray for husband, returns. After a few weeks, Radha received a letter from her husband. He had found a job in the city and sending money back home. Radha was overjoyed. She ran to old lady's house, shared the news. The old lady smiled and nodded. You see, my dear, when we think positive, we invite good things into our life. Problem will always come, but if we face them with a hopeful heart, we can overcome them soon. Other villagers began to hear about old lady Li's word. Old lady wise word medicine to come here and share their problems. The old lady gave the same advice. Think good thoughts and good will come. The villagers love her even more because her words had changed their lives. She had taught them the power of positive thinking.